A Navy adrift? Budget cuts threaten US naval supremacy. The US Navy is facing a critical challenge, maintaining its position as the world's dominant naval force. For decades, the Navy has been the guarantor of global security, projecting American power across the globe. However, this dominance is now under threat from budget cuts. The Navy aims for a fleet of 381 ships, necessary to meet 21 century challenges. Yet, budget constraints make this goal increasingly distant. Chronic underfunding has taken its toll, leaving the Navy smaller and its ships aging. The consequences are far-reaching, hampering the Navy's global operations. This undermines America's ability to deter adversaries, reassure allies, and respond to crises. The situation is particularly worrying in the Western Pacific, where China is rapidly expanding its naval power. Without adequate funding, the US Navy risks losing its edge. This could have disastrous consequences for American security and global stability. The US must address these budget issues to maintain naval superiority. The ghosts of ships yet to sail. How budget shortfalls impact the US Navy. The Navy's budget woes represent a real threat to national security. The 381-ship fleet goal is based on a careful assessment of global commitments. Every unbuilt ship and delayed upgrade is a vulnerability. The Navy's budget is around 2% of GDP, historically low. This funding level forces impossible choices, deferring maintenance and delaying new ships. The Navy is being stretched thinner and thinner. The longer these budget shortfalls continue, the more difficult and expensive it will be to rebuild. The US must invest in its Navy now or face the consequences of a diminished force. The choice is clear: act now or risk future security. Drowning in neglect, the crushing weight of maintenance backlogs. Budget cuts have led to a growing maintenance backlog. Ships require regular upkeep, but underfunding has deferred maintenance. This results in an unreliable and expensive fleet. Thousands of maintenance jobs await funding, impacting deployment. Deferring maintenance saves money short-term, but leads to higher long-term costs. Poorly maintained ships are more likely to suffer breakdowns. The Navy must break this cycle to ensure operational readiness. Project 33, a lifeline for a struggling Navy. The Navy has embarked on Project 33 to improve readiness and modernize its force. This plan represents a fundamental shift in naval warfare strategy. It's about building a more lethal, resilient and adaptable Navy. The plan focuses on 7 key objectives, including fleet readiness and new technologies. Innovation is at the heart of Project 33. The future of naval warfare lies in unmanned systems and AI. Project 33 aims to keep the US Navy at the forefront of military innovation. The clock is ticking. China's rise and the urgent need for a strong US Navy. The US Navy faces challenges against a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape. China's naval expansion poses a direct challenge to American maritime dominance. The Chinese Navy is now the largest in the world by number of ships. Beijing aims to supplant the US as the dominant power in the Western Pacific. China's actions in the South China Sea increase the risk of conflict. A strong US Navy is essential to deter Chinese aggression. The stakes are high. A weakened Navy emboldens adversaries. The US must invest in its Navy to maintain global security and prosperity. The choice is clear: invest now or face a less secure future.